Hey folks, welcome back for another adventure. So what we have here is a 1985 Big Red. If you guys recall the story behind this, I met somebody at the Rhinebeck car show and I bought two other all-terrain cycles from him, and he indicated that he had number 3. There you go. Number 3 sitting in his shed, and he wanted to get rid of it, and this is number 3. This is a $200 Big Red, and you could kind of see some of the problems it has. Let me just show you quick. So there are some good things, like the front fender's really nice. It actually had the cover that went over that I took and put elsewhere. Actually has the back rack and one of the two lights. It says Honda. So that's the pluses. The minus is it was used in a very salty environment, or used to spread salt, so it has quite a lot of corrosion, and that corrosion actually ate the front wheel. I mean, literally. That front wheel where the valve stem is down there, see that huge hole? That used to be the valve stem. So I'm not quite sure what's gonna become of this. My experience with stuff that's got this much corrosion is you kind of get it running, but you have nothing but trouble. Connectors act up, you know what I mean, brakes seize, the rear end blows out because something got in there. So we'll see. We'll have to see how it all turns out. So there are so many things that I could do first on this, but what I want to do is put it up on a front tire. This is one of the back tires off of the mint condition Big Red. The other one has that huge crack in the sidewall. It's sitting right out there. I'm going to see if we can't put this right on the front of it, because at that point at least it'll roll and steer, and I could push it around a little bit. Right now, literally, it's like having a sack of horse manure, you know, the real wet and pungent kind, sitting right in front of the garage. It's in the way. So the ability to move this thing is the utmost of importance. Okay, about removing the front wheel. A few things. These really like to bind up and get stuck here. So the wise thing to do is spray it with whatever chemistry you like, WD-40, PB Blaster, you know, loosen it please, whatever it is. And then you loosen up this plate. I recommend probably leaving 2 on, this one and that one. He only left 1 on, so I'm going with it. 7/16, and you spin it off. If it doesn't want to come off, back and forth, very gently. These forks are hard to find in decent shape, so you really don't want to screw them up. Just little things. Do what you need to do to take it apart without breaking it. Once again, if you break it, good luck finding another set of Big Red forks. In my case, I'm lucky. I sprayed it, gave it a little rock back and forth. Everything looks like it's coming loose, so I'm just going to take it on apart. So it came apart fairly easily. Somebody's probably been in here recently. The brakes are done. The shoes rotted right off, and the mechanism is not moving. So this is seized and done and completely trash. What I'm going to do, I am going to spray this and tap it a little bit. I'm just going to leave the brake shoes on there for completeness. Yeah, it's pretty homely in there. I'm hoping that once again a back tire bolts right up against here. I'm hoping for the best. So hopefully that bolts right up against here and we're all good. I think it will. Yeah, I think so. Once again, more WD-40, and there we are. As you can see, it's up on all three. A couple of things that's a little strange. It's like a spacer is missing here, so we'll go take a walk and check one of the other ones to see if the spacer's right there. By the way, this adding the compressor was it's so much easier. I just grabbed the hose and put air into whatever I need now. Unfortunately, this tire, did you guys hear that? This tire is not with us. So another thing I'll have to dig around for, another tire for this thing. Here is the Big Red I got from Hillbilly Homestead, Big Mike up there in Vermont, New Hampshire, Vermont, right across the Connecticut River from Massachusetts. Anyway, yeah, there does appear to be a spacer here, so I'm gonna have to make one of those. Yeah, a friend of his got this from an auction. Originally it's from Arkansas, believe it or not. Next up for this thing is trying to figure out what kind of shape the motor is in. And okay, so it doesn't look like anything is stuck. Let's try a compression test. Compression check time. I checked through my hoard of Honda keys and tried everything I own, and I didn't get a key with this, and none of my keys work, so I'm afraid this is going to have to get changed. So I hooked my jump pack directly to the starter. You guys can see I have the compression tester on it, and let's see how she does. I've put out more compression than that after a good bowl of chili. We all know the next thing to do is you take the caps off and you make sure the valves are truly opening and closing. Though while I was fooling around with the carburetor, I did not feel any gust on my finger, so to speak. So I'm not, I mean, it could be kicking out the intake, or the exhaust rather, not the intake, but anyhow, so my next thing is I actually have to get into this a little bit deeper, and unfortunately I have to end this video here. You guys remember when I tortured my thumb? It's killing me right now. Quite honestly, I'm able to feel my heartbeat through my thumb. So I think I need to go and soak it for a little while, and hopefully it feels a little better. Anyway, I want to thank everybody for dropping by to watch and comment and subscribe. Remember, please keep your feet down, your heads up, and don't fall off a ladder. It hurts. Bye now.